am grateful that you are here and listening in to me. My name is Sherilyn Dorsey, and I am creator and founder of You're More Than Their Mother, and I teach entrepreneurial women how to reclaim, realign, and rebalance their lives and go after their dreams. So today we are talking about time management, the age-old phrase and the age-old commitments that we have been going after and trying to master forever and have not been able to, basically. And then when we became moms, it really became more of a challenge for us to master time and our scheduling and priorities and things like that, because life just happens. And when you have a little one or a human being that you are responsible for, you tend to reprioritize things in accordance to what's most important to you at that moment most often. But today I want to really bust up some myths about time management and give you a tool that perhaps you did not think of. I know for me, this was a game changer when it came to not only being a mom, but when it came to building my business. So I'm in hopes that this will be of some support to you as well. So time management. First of all, I want to start off by just kind of busting out the gate and saying it like this. There is no such thing as time management. Time manages itself. Time will take care of itself. I don't care how much you plead with it or how much you do for it or try to do against it. Time will continue to move on tick by tick, second by second, minute by minute, etc. So there is no such thing as time management. Time manages itself. However, we can manage the task in which we orient our time around. And that is the key. To manage your task around the time it is that you have. So how do we do that? How have I mastered that? One of the ways, or the way that I have mastered that, is by giving myself, you know how every day or every night, whenever it is that you set your schedule, however it is that you set yourself up for success for the next day, be it personally or professionally, usually we write out what most of us call a to-do list. And on that to-do list, we will have literally from going to the grocery store, cooking dinner, to answering emails or going to work or just whatever the case may be for us. We put everything it is that we need to accomplish in that day on that to-do list. Excuse me. But how many times has the end of the day come and the majority of things on that list aren't done? For me, very often. It began to be a habitual pattern almost. I mean, I would have such robust plans for my day, and I just knew how I was going to have everything lined up and how the sequence of everything would go. And for whatever reason, it flubbed, and I did not get it done. In some cases, the list was so overwhelming, and by the end of the day, I was proud of myself for just having accomplished 2 or 3. Well, while I know we're not machines or robots or anything like that, and life happens, the majority of the time, you should be able to complete the things on your to-do list because you know how much time you have in a day, right? But what happens with that, and the reason why most of us aren't able to get done with what we have on our to-do list is because we dawdle away the time that we're supposed to be doing other things, that we're supposed to be doing certain things. We dawdle it away by doing other things. It doesn't matter. You can call them important, menial, whatever the case may be. You use time that should be sectioned off or that you have created or that you have isolated off for one thing, and you begin to do other things. So let me tell you how I would do that. Even in times when I'm supposed to be taking care of business. I could be on, say I would have lined up to make some contacts for the day for my business. I'll find myself on social media for whatever reason, be it checking a stat, answering a post, creating a new post, having a bright idea. And like many, once you get on the internet, in particular those social media platforms, it's like a vortex. You're kind of sucked in and you find yourself going there for just a minute, then 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour later, you're still on it. Well, that hour that you're on social media, while it was fun, refreshing, and relieving, at some point, it's still taking time away from what it is that you said or that you wanted to do for the day. Hence, the checklist at the end of the day or the to-do list at the end of the day goes undone. Some portion of it goes undone. It's not because you ran out of time, because remember, time manages itself. So it doesn't speed up. It doesn't slow down. You just didn't keep your commitment to yourself. Okay? Let's just talk about some raw truths here. So, with that being said, and I don't want to go in too hard on us because we've all been there and we're here looking for solutions, right? With that being said, here is the best way that I found to eradicate that. Instead of just writing your plain old to-do list, when you write out your priorities or your things that you want to do for the next day, or when you write out your to-do list, what I want you to do is to assign a time for the task it is that you want to do during your day. So, for example, every day I work out. Every day, right? Every day I try. That's in the plan. But every day I allot time to work out. So, for example, from 8:30 until 9 o'clock, or I'm sorry, from 8:30 until 9:30, I work out. So what that means to me is at 8:30, I need to be in the gym or outside running, wherever it is I'm going for the day. If I don't start until 8:45, I don't get until 9:45. I have until 9:30. So I need to speed up and make it happen, right? Because I still just had, all I have left out of that time now is 45 minutes, opposed to the hour I had allotted myself. The same thing goes for when I get ready to sit down to do any business it is that I need. So if I'm making client phone calls, if I'm making calls between 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock, I need to be on those calls from 2 until 4. So I will start at 2 o'clock. And from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock, I won't do anything else. I won't answer social media. I won't jump on and check it. I won't answer an email. I will not answer any other phone call. I only make calls to clients during those times. Now, when you're setting up or when you are allotting these times associating them with tasks to do during those times, what I also recommend that you do is to allot what I put it in as free time. Allot in what I put it in as free time. Meaning, you know how we talked about how, for example, I have time to work out from 8:30 until 9 that I assign. Well, from 8:15 to 8:30 or 8:29, I have to get dressed. So I will literally put that time in. So I need to go throw on my workout clothes, whatever it is I'm going to work out in, and be ready to walk out of that door or be exercising by 8:30. Very often what I find myself doing is having a little bit of extra time because I know that I've been assigned 15 minutes to do whatever or an hour, whatever the case may be. I'm on it because that's like, okay, I need to have this done because I only have this amount of time. Versus just this long to-do list where you kind of do it at your leisure, meaning you can skim over things that maybe need a little bit more of your attention or skip over things that should be tended to. This really helps me to hold myself accountable a little bit more. And I really think it will serve you well. It really came in most handy, and I saw it as being most productive and had the highest rate of return for me in terms of monetary value, was in my business. I wasn't as, I wasn't as responsible with my time around the house because I felt like, bottom line is the kids were at school. I had plenty of time to do it. I could rush and get myself set up for when they were coming home and make snacks and do the laundry, whatever the case may be. I was kind of lackadaisical, if you will, when it came to doing things around the house. And I didn't like that about myself. I knew that there was a discipline that I wanted to develop in myself, but I was having trouble getting myself kick-started. This changed everything for me. I did this years ago. Doesn't mean that I'm always perfect with it. Absolutely not. But the vast majority of the time, if I have a task that I want to get done, or if I have my day that I have things that I want to do, I set myself up like this and it's done. It is done. It is as good as done. And it's done with the least amount of strain. And it's done with the highest level of effectiveness and productivity. So what I recommend for you is 2 things. 1, understand that there is no such thing as time management. Let yourself off the hook with that one. And that's huge, because even yesterday we talked about the importance of language, because the way that we see things and the way that we speak things into the way that we speak of things and put them into existence is the way that we behave behind them. It dictates our behavior. It dictates our belief. So we want to make sure that we're saying the proper thing so that we can adjust and amend our behavior in accordance with that. So I want you to eliminate the term time management from your vocabulary. There's no such thing. Time is taking care of itself. Our goal is to manage the tasks that we have around the time that we're given. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So I hope this was of some value to you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am here every day, Monday through Friday, or I should say every weekday, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. So I'm going to get out of here. But in the meantime, it is time. Whoa. I'm going to get out of here now, but I hope that you understand that it is time right now to move beyond everyone else's expectations of who you ought to be and become the woman you thought you could be. Thanks for tuning in. See you tomorrow. Bye.